Hi, you've made your presentation.
Yes.
Do you feel you got your points across?
I'm not sure. One of my major points is my concern and our group's concern that the council and the NWMO process is not sufficiently open. I really don't see why at this point we can't have open public meetings and allow experts on the nuclear issue, on the issue of the DGR, to be present and ask and answer questions of the public.
I'm sorry, I sense that perhaps the councillors were saying we'd be putting the cart before the horse. Let's get through a bit of the initial process and then come with the public meetings.
Well, I think the public should be fully informed, and I don't think that the NWMO process is really full information. They are funded by the nuclear industry. They present pro-nuclear information. And so I think that if we really want a true investigation of this, we need to ask for experts who don't necessarily agree that the Deep Geological Repository is the best way to do this. I'm not a nuclear physicist. I don't know anything about that. But I really think that we need a better exploration of what the solutions are. And my concern, our concern, is putting something like this beside the Great Lakes, right on the shores of Lake Huron. A project like this has never been constructed in the world. It's experimental. And if people really want an open process, we need to hear more than just the NWMO's presentation.
And you were talking about doing this during the summertime when more of the residents are here, and the fact that you don't want to be kind of like in Carden where it was done during the winter.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah, we want 30% of Saugeen Shores population are non-resident, and even more of those people who are full-time residents but go to Arizona or Florida or someplace down south for the winter. So they're not here right now. They're not taking part in this. And yes, there's the internet, they can read news and things like that, but they could be at an open public meeting if we even had one.
What about council's thoughts that the public would be shared with their information once they do the feasibility study and things like that? Does that not satisfy you and your group to being allowed to have public input and given all the information?
Well, if you look at the situation in Kincardine, they're already at step 5. The Kincardine municipality, for the low waste and intermediate level waste DGR, they signed the hosting agreement in the fall of October 2004. So did Saugeen Shores, Erin, Elderslie, Brockton, and Huron-Kinloss, all the surrounding municipalities. They've been receiving money since 2005 from Ontario Power Generation. The public did not get a chance in Saugeen Shores and those surrounding municipalities to vote on that. And only now, in 2012, are we actually doing the joint panel review session on that, where we're looking at really looking at the safety issues, some of the geology issues. I mean, not that it hasn't been done before to some extent, but the actual review process, the formal review, only started this year. So, and the hosting agreement was signed in 2004.
Is there a group that you had a pretty good turnout here, a good representation? Is there a group forming that is going to sort of fight this?
We have a group of just about a dozen people called Save Our Saugeen Shores. We started that, really we met each other after the January 9th council meeting here. We didn't know each other before then. And we have a website, saveoursaugeenshores.org, where people can go on and get information, and we're just trying to get the message out to the public that this should be a more open process.
Thank you.
What would be an ideal solution to you?
Well, I think we need to spend more time studying this. I don't think we really know what the solution is. We've been told that the solution is for a deep geological repository, but in talking to some other people, for instance, Northwatch, who are looking at this issue in Northern Ontario, their real concern is transportation. I just don't think we know enough about the problem.